And developing this afternoon, authorities in Clarksville have recovered a body from a lagoon at the Tyson Poultry Plant Treatment Facility. Police say staff at the plant on South Crawford called 911 Thursday morning after spotting what appeared to be a body in the water. Multiple agencies responded and recovered what they say they believe is the body of a white male. The body has been sent to the Arkansas State Crime Lab for an autopsy and identification, and police say they're investigating. They have not indicated whether they suspect foul play. Now, earlier this week, we told you about the search for 34-year-old Christopher Lawrence. He was last seen on November 8th in Clarksville, and his car was found the next day near that Tyson facility. You can see just how close there on your screen. Lawrence's family tells us his keys and his phone were still inside the car. Now, police have not confirmed if the body found is Lawrence's, but stay with 5 News for the latest. We have new information on the investigation of a deadly hit and run in Pope County. Arkansas State Police are looking for this car involved. They say it was a Chevrolet HHR similar to this one, though the color and model year are unknown. Police say it would have damage on the driver's side of the car, and the crash happened Saturday along Highway 326. State police say 82-year-old George Sandberg of Russellville died the next day at a Little Rock hospital. Anyone with information on this incident or on this vehicle is asked to call the Arkansas State Police Troop J at that number right there at the bottom of your screen. Well, President Trump is once again at odds with Democratic lawmakers. The latest spat centers around his response to a video posted on social media. Natalie Brand has more details from the White House.
All Congress, and it's going to get a lot of us killed. We have kids.
Lawmakers are condemning President Trump's social media posts accusing 6 Democratic lawmakers of sedition punishable by death.
Our laws are clear. You can refuse illegal orders.
The president's comments came in response to this video from the lawmakers with military and national security backgrounds, with a message to concerned members of the military that they do not have to follow unlawful orders.
Don't give up the ship.
The White House clarified that the president doesn't want to see lawmakers executed, but criticized the video.
They are literally saying to 1.3 million active duty service members not to defy the chain of command, not to follow lawful orders.
Actually, what they said is you can refuse an illegal order, which is in the Uniform Code of Military Justice.
But they're suggesting, Nancy, that the president has given illegal orders, which he has not.
Back on Capitol Hill, some Republican leaders have tried to downplay the president's response.
That was a wildly inappropriate thing for so-called leaders in Congress to do, to encourage young troops to disobey orders. I mean, think of what the threat that is to our national security and what it means to our institutions.
Others say it was inappropriate.
I don't think it's a good idea to talk about jailing your political opponents or hanging them or whatever else.
I don't think the video was smart. I don't think the response to the video was smart. It was not right. And we got to lower the temperature.
The Senate Minority Leader called on Capitol Police to give extra protection to the lawmakers involved. Natalie Brand, CBS News, the White House.
A poll from Politico and Public First released earlier this month shows a majority of Americans, 55% of those surveyed, expect political violence to increase. That, of course, follows the assassination of conservative activist Charlie Kirk and the murder of a Democratic state lawmaker and her husband in Minnesota. Well, the Thanksgiving travel rush is already underway with a record 31 million passengers expected to fly between now and December 1st. Airlines say many travelers are stretching the holiday into a longer vacation. United expects today to be one of its busiest pre-Thanksgiving days and plans to fly more than 6 million customers, its biggest Thanksgiving ever. American Airlines has 81,000 flights scheduled. While some airports are still recovering from TSA staffing issues tied to the government shutdown, airlines remain confident travel will stay at record highs. They've added 45,000 extra seats, and the busiest days are expected to be the Saturday through Monday after Thanksgiving. Well, a man is dead after he was shot by police inside St. Louis's Lambert International Airport early this morning. Police say they were doing some routine security checks when they found a man holding a knife. They say he refused to drop the knife, and officers used a stun gun. A department spokesperson said the man then kept advancing, and that's when officers shot and killed him. No other injuries were reported. The Lights of the Ozarks returns to downtown Fayetteville for its 32nd year with the annual ceremonial flip of the switch happening tonight. 5 News reporter Jacob Luthi gives us a sneak peek of what you can expect this year.
Over 500,000 lights, 47 miles worth if you connected the strands end to end. That's how many lights will be on display right here at the Lights of the Ozarks at the downtown Fayetteville Square. And a lot of work goes into making this event special every year. The Fayetteville Parks and Recreation Department begins decorating for Lights of the Ozarks the first week of October, spending 6 weeks preparing the downtown square for opening night. The Lights of the Ozarks is free and open to the public, and Friday's ceremonial Flip with a Switch ceremony will have performances from local groups like Theater Squared, Elite Dance, and Ozark Ballet planned for after the lights come on. Organizers say it's the perfect way for the community to kick off the holiday season in downtown Fayetteville.
You know, I get to play tourist this year too for the first time ever. This is my first time experiencing this. I took over this position back in late July this year, so I get to see it through a fresh lens as well. And I have to tell you, this is one of the most spectacular Christmas displays I think I've ever seen anywhere throughout the country. So excited for our tourists and our locals alike.
Event kicks off at 6 p.m. right here at the Fayetteville Town Square. The Lights of the Ozark Parade will be on December 4th. The event runs through January 1st. In Fayetteville, covering news where you live, Jacob Luthi, 5 News.
Thank you, Jacob. And this evening, we're taking you to the downtown Fayetteville Square. I'll be live from the Lights of the Ozarks festivities for our shows at 4, 5, and 6 tonight. And we'll even have Sky 5 up in the air to give you a bird's eye view. So if you can't make it out tonight in person, you can see all of the beautiful lights and all of the holiday spirit right here on 5 News. And the city of Van Buren is also hosting its 3rd annual Christmas tree lighting ceremony tonight. The countdown to the lighting of the tree will start at 7. And if you go, dinner is covered with complimentary hot dogs, hot chocolate, and candy canes. And the city of Bentonville is also preparing for Christmas with the lighting of the square tomorrow evening. The city says the square will turn into a holiday wonderland, kicking off the season with Santa's workshop at 4, photos with Santa, and followed by a Christmas and ice skating show. But if you just want to see the square light up, that will start at 6. The Benton County Quorum Court approved more than $15,000 to go to the Children and Family Advocacy Center Thursday. We told you back in October the agency faces a $90,000 shortfall in federal funding this year, and it's losing $600,000 in federal funding in 2026. County leaders unanimously approved for the nonprofit to get over $15,000. The Franklin County Clerk has released some new information for the State Senate District 26 special election. The deadline to register to vote is December 8th. Early voting will start December 30th and will end on January 5th. The primary will take place the next day, and the election is now set for March 3rd. You can find a list of the polling sites on our website, 5newsonline.com.